University Challenge. Asking the questions, Amol Rajan.
Hello and welcome to University Challenge, where the end of round one is in sight. We've met more than 3/4 of this year's teams, with just 6 still to play. Tonight, the oldest university in North Wales faces one of the ancient universities of Scotland. The winners will progress to round 2, while the losers will need to score 155 points or more to stay in with a chance of joining them. Bangor University, or Prifysgol Bangor, began life as the University College of North Wales, founded in 1884 with the help of subscriptions from local quarrymen. The town had fought hard for the right to host the college and celebrated its opening with a procession through the city of 3,000 quarry workers and a brass band from Bethesda. Notable alumni since include the actor Francis Barber, the conservationist Derek Radcliffe and the wildlife cameraman Hamza Yassin, and it currently has nearly 10,000 students. Let's meet the 4 representing them tonight.
Hello, my name's Nihal Bhatt. I'm from Banbury in Oxfordshire and I'm studying biology with biotechnology.
Hi, I'm Katie Barnes. I'm from Rugby in Warwickshire and I'm studying marine biology.
And their captain?
Hi, I'm Jack Cunliffe from Croeso in North Wales and I'm studying an MSc in counselling.
Hi, I'm Luca Hagan. I'm from Birkenhead in Merseyside and I'm studying history.
Founded in 1583, Edinburgh is the youngest of the 4 ancient Scottish universities and the first to be established by royal charter rather than papal bull. In the 18th century, it was at the centre of the Scottish Enlightenment, described by Tobias Smollett as a hotbed of genius. David Hume was its librarian, Adam Smith lectured there, and Joseph Black was Professor of Chemistry and Medicine. More recently, it's taught the politician Julius Nyerere, the astrophysicist Catherine Hamans, and the composer Max Richter. Representing around 35,000 students, let's meet the team from Edinburgh.
Hi, I'm Matt Stafford. I'm from Ashton-under-Lyne in Greater Manchester, and I study maths.
Hi, I'm Francis Hadley. I'm from London, and I study music.
And their captain?
Hello, I'm Arun Utamshandani. I'm from Glasgow, and I study law.
Hi, I'm Matt McGovern. I'm from Knaresborough, North Yorkshire, and I'm studying mechanical engineering.
I'll remind you of what few rules there are. Starter questions are open to all players, but you have to answer them on the buzzer without conferring. Get one right and you win your team 10 points and a set of 3 bonus questions on which you can, and indeed should, confer. Fingers on buzzers then. Here's your first starter for 10. Who is this? Born in York in 1570, he converted to Catholicism and fought for the Spanish army in the Low Countries and at the Siege of Calais. After returning to England, he adopted the name John Johnson and was arrested at Westminster in November 1605.
Edinburgh Utamshandani.
Guy Fawkes.
It is Guy Fawkes, yes. Your bonuses then, Edinburgh. 3 questions on landmark experiments involving common culinary plants. First, grape juice was the preferred substrate used by which biologist in his swan neck flask experiments in order to refute the theory of spontaneous generation put forward by his rival, Félix Pouchet?
Biologist, anyone?
I don't know who did that. Pasteur.
Okay, that's a shout, yeah. Pasteur.
Correct. Nice. Second, in an early experiment on photosynthesis, which English scientist showed that a mouse in a bell jar could survive longer if sealed in with a mint plant? He attributed the difference to the release of dephlogisticated air.
I don't know what that word means.
Did Phlogiston.
Never heard of
I don't know who that is.
Should we pass this? We'll pass.
That was Joseph Priestley. Finally, examining such traits as flower colour and seed texture, on what vegetable did Gregor Mendel perform his experiments on heredity?
Peas.
It was the garden pea, yes. Let's start the question now. Ava, The Town, Black Mass, The Social Network, Spotlight and The Departed are all films set in which US city located on the Charles River?
Bangor Bat.
Boston.
Boston is correct, yeah. Your bonuses, Bangor, are questions on music of the 1960s and 70s. First, described as a sort of salute to a teen idol's teen idols and comprising covers of 1960 songs released by British bands, Pin-Ups was a 1973 album by which artist? He appears on the cover along with the model Twiggy.
Ideas?
I don't know.
Any idea?
Twiggy,
No.
1973.
No, I don't know.
I don't know.
British artist. Logan has a guess, no?
Anything?
No. No, I can't think of that.
Just pass.
Yeah, I'll pass.
David Bowie. Which influential West London band originally performed the Pin-Ups tracks Anyway, Anyhow, Anywhere and I Can't Explain?
West London.
Can't think of anyone from West London.
Should we guess?
Clash, maybe? I don't know.
Yeah,
70s.
just can't guess.
The Clash?
That's The Who. Finally, originating in North London, which band originally recorded the album's final track, Where Have All the Good Times Gone, written by their principal songwriter, Ray Davies?
No.
The Monkees?
Ray Davies was a Kinks. Right, another starter question. Born in 1833, the German geographer Ferdinand von Richthofen is often credited with coining what two-word term for the Eurasian network of overland routes by which ideas and merchandise were transferred between East...
Bangor O'Hagan.
Silk Road.
It is the Silk Road, yes, between East and West. Your 3 bonus questions at Bangor are on world chess champions. With a record 255 months as the world's top-rated player, which champion lost a historic match against IBM's Deep Blue computer in 1997?
Kasparov.
It was Kasparov. Which champion reigned from 1972 to 1975, breaking a long streak of Soviet champions? He later became reclusive and exiled himself to Iceland.
Bobby Fischer?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Bobby Fischer.
It was Bobby Fischer. World champion since 2013, which player achieved the highest rating in history at 2.882 but announced he will give up his title in 2023?
Magnus Carlsen.
Yeah.
Magnus Carlsen.
It is Magnus Carlsen, yes. Let's have a picture round now. For your picture starter, you'll see an image of a naval ensign. For 10 points, please give me the name of the European country to whose navy it belongs.
Edinburgh Stafford.
Denmark.
No.
Bangor Cunliffe.
Norway.
No, it's Latvia. I'll take your picture bonuses in a moment. First, another starter. Completed in 1924, the Rietveld Schroeder House in Utrecht is an example of what specific art movement as applied to architecture? Its exterior is characterised by perpendicular intersections between red, yellow and black lines and white and grey planes.
Edinburgh Stafford.
Neoplasticism.
Yes, I'll accept that, yeah, or the star. Your bonuses then are these picture bonuses. The image you just saw was the naval ensign of the Latvian Navy, and for your picture bonuses, you'll see 3 further naval ensigns. In each case, simply name the country they originate from. Firstly?
Probably Belgium.
Looks like Belgium to me.
Belgium.
Correct. Secondly, this landlocked country?
Bolivia.
That's Bolivia, yeah.
Bolivia.
Bolivia is correct. And finally?
Singapore.
Yeah.
Sure.
Singapore.
Yeah, well done. Let's start the question now. Of the naturally occurring metallic elements, which has the lowest density at room temperature, one of the lowest melting points at around 180 degrees Celsius, and the lowest atomic mass?
Bangor O'Hagan.
Mercury.
No.
Edinburgh Utum Shandani.
Lithium.
It is lithium, yeah. Your bonuses, Edinburgh, 3 questions on fictional works. What plural noun appears in the titles of both a novel by Thomas Hardy, describing a love triangle between the characters Elfriede Swancourt, Stephen Smith and Henry Knight, and a James Bond film of the Roger Moore era?
Daylights?
No, that's not Roger Moore.
What else is there? Thomas Hardy novel?
Is it plural?
Plural, yeah.
What is some plural? Mayor of Castor. I don't know. What is some plural?
Crowd.
No, it's eyes, as in a pair of blue eyes, and for your eyes only. Second, which plural noun appears in the titles of both a James Bond film of the Sean Connery era and the third of Anthony Trollope's Palliser novels, whose title refers to the heirloom inherited by the mendacious widowed protagonist Lizzie Greystock?
Diamonds.
Yes, as in Diamonds Are Forever and the Eustace Diamonds. Which plural noun appears in the titles of both the second of Anthony Trollope's Barsetshire novels and a volume of the novel The Lord of the Rings?
Towers.
Towers must be, yeah. Towers.
Correct, as in Barchester Towers and the 2 Towers. Another starter question. In music theory, what short word denotes the strictest form of contrapuntal imitation? In another sense, it may indicate an accepted body of works or the recognised genuine works of an author.
Bangor O'Hagan.
Canon.
Canon is correct. Your bonuses, Bangor, are on island peaks. Puncak Jaya, at 4,884 metres, is the world's highest island peak. It lies on which island that Indonesia shares with another country?
I think it's New Guinea. It's New
Yeah.
Guinea.
Or it could be Borneo as well, because that's half Malaysia.
It could be, yeah. I reckon it's New Guinea, though, because I know there's a lot of big volcanoes there.
Yeah, happy to go with that?
Yeah, all right.
OK, New Guinea?
New Guinea is correct, yes, shared with Papua New Guinea. Pico Duarte, the highest peak in the Caribbean, lies on which island of the Greater Antilles, occupied by 2 independent states?
Dominican Republic.
Yeah. Happy with that? Dominica?
No, it's Hispaniola. Finally, Paradise Peak is the highest point in the collectivity of St Martin, an overseas territory of France on a Caribbean island that it shares with which other European country?
The Netherlands.
Yeah?
Yeah.
The Netherlands.
Netherlands is correct, yeah. 10 points in it. Here's another starter. The oasis of Al-Azhar, the Najd Plateau and the region of Hejaz containing the city...
Edinburgh Stafford.
Saudi Arabia.
It is Saudi Arabia, yes. Well done. Your bonuses are on subtitles of films in the Marvel Cinematic Universe series. First, the Avengers film, released in 2019, has what subtitle? It is also the title of a one-act play by Samuel Beckett that premiered in 1957. Endgame is correct. The 2017 Spider-Man film, starring Tom Holland, has what subtitle? The same word appears in the title of an award-winning 1965 play by Harold Pinter.
Homecoming.
Homecoming is correct. Finally, the 2017 Thor film has what subtitle? It refers to an event attested in the Poetic Edda.
Ragnarok.
Ragnarok is correct. Let's start the question. What grammatical term follows emotive or rustles in an expression describing a tendency to load or weight words more negatively the further the target person is from oneself? Bertrand Russell supplying the example, I am firm, you are obstinate. He is a pig-headed fool. In linguistics, it refers to the inflection patterns of verbs.
Edinburgh Utum Shandani.
Tense.
No. Wanna have a go? No, I'll tell you. It's conjugation. Another starter question. Meanings of what four-letter word include all of these? A resource-rich land described in ancient Egyptian texts as land of the gods that gives its name to a region of northeast Somalia. The Irish name for...
Edinburgh Stafford.
Punt.
Punt is right, yes. Your bonus questions, Edinburgh. 3 questions on an organic compound. First, lactones are cyclic organic compounds characterised by what type of chemical bond formed by a condensation reaction between a hydroxyl group and a carboxyl group?
Type of bond.
Is it hydrogen bond?
maybe?
Go with that.
Hydrogen bond.
No, ester. Large lactone rings are present in what class of antibiotics? This class includes erythromycin and is commonly used to treat pneumonia and chlamydia.
What's your favourite class of antioxidants?
Don't know any.
I think we'll pass.
That was macrolides. Human bodies are incapable of converting L-glucogamma-lactone into which vitamin, a severe deficiency of which leads to bruising, fatigue and bleeding gums?
Is that scurvy? Is that vitamin C?
That sounds right.
That's
Yeah.
scurvy. Vitamin C.
Vitamin C is correct, yeah. Another starter question then. What 6-letter word of Hindustani origin is used in various South Asian cuisines to denote any mixture of ground spices, with chat, sambar and garam?
Edinburgh Utum Shandani.
Masala.
Masala is correct, yeah. Your 3 bonuses, Edinburgh, are on the engineer Mike Burrows, who died in 2022. Working with Lotus Engineering, Burrows developed a design that, in Barcelona in 1992, helped Britain to its first Olympic gold medal in 72 years in what sport? I simply need a sport, not a specific event.
Cycling.
Correct.
Nice.
Born on the Wirral, who rode the Burrows Lotus 108 to victory in 1992? He later became a cycling broadcaster and, in 2022, was appointed Permanent National Active Travel Commissioner.
I have no idea what that is. We'll pass.
It was Chris Boardman. Burrows' design was an aerodynamic structure in which loads and forces are held together with a single skin. This form is known by what term, meaning single shell?
Single shell. Mono. Do you have anything?
No.
Mono. Pass.
That was monocoque.
Okay.
Bad luck. Let's have a music round then. For your music starter, you'll hear a pop song for 10 points. Name the band performing.
Edinburgh Utum Shandani.
The Ronettes.
It is, yeah. With Be My Baby. For your music starter, you heard Be My Baby by the Ronettes. The distinctive drum beat on the track was performed by session drummer Hal Blaine, who performed on 40 US #1 singles. For your music bonuses, you'll hear 3 more tracks that feature Blaine. For 5 points each, name the band or artist performing. Firstly, this singer.
Okay.
Wait,
that's
wait
gonna.
for it.
Yeah, it's going to be.
Who's somebody talking?
Which me talking? Yeah, Nancy Sinatra. Nancy Sinatra.
It is Nancy Sinatra, yes. Secondly, this group.
No, I don't know what it is. I quite like it. Don't know what it is.
I don't know.
We'll pass.
That's And Then He Kissed Me by the Crystals. Finally, this duo.
Sonny and Cher. That's I go Sonny and Cher.
It is Sonny and Cher, yeah. Another starter question. What word follows DNA and RNA in the names of enzymes responsible...
Edinburgh Uttam Shandani.
Polymerase.
It is polymerase, yeah. Well done. Your bonuses are on members of the Dada artist movement. In each case, give the name from the description. First, an American visual artist and photographer born in 1890 to Russian Jewish parents and known for his experiments in cameraless photography. His epitaph in Montparnasse Cemetery reads, unconcerned but not indifferent.
Probably Man Ray.
I would say Man Ray.
Yeah.
First. Man Ray. Man Ray.
Man Ray is correct. Born in Germany, she studied graphic arts and design before exhibiting at the International Dada Art Fair in 1920. A pioneer of photomontage and political collage, her work has influenced artists such as Cindy Sherman and Barbara Kruger.
No idea. Any idea? We'll pass.
That's Hannah Hoch. A close friend of Man Ray, a French painter and sculptor whose 1911 work, Nude Descending a Staircase No. 1, addressed what he later called the problem of motion in painting. He's perhaps best known for his so-called ready-made artworks.
Marcel Duchamp.
That is Duchamp. Another starter question now. What two letters appear at the end of place names in all of the following titles? Daphne du Maurier's 1972 novel that imagines the consequences of...
Bangor Cunliffe.
I need an answer straight away.
N.
Well, that's wrong. You lose 5 points. Daphne du Maurier's 1972 novel that imagines the consequences of Britain foregoing a European alliance in favour of one with the USA. Bruce Chatwin's account of his travels in a region of South America. And George Orwell's memoir of the Spanish Civil War.
Edinburgh Hadley.
IA.
IA is correct. Your bonuses then, Edinburgh, are questions on literary titles and place names. First, the most populous borough of New York City shares its name with which 2009 novel by Colm Tobin?
Brooklyn. Yeah. Brooklyn. Yeah. Brooklyn.
Brooklyn is correct. Its name derived from the Norse for King's Settlement. Which Lincolnshire village shares its name with an 1844 political novel by Benjamin Disraeli, the first in a trilogy?
Coningsby.
Nominate Stafford.
Coningsby.
Correct, yeah, the others are Sybil and Tancred. Finally, which European capital is the title of a novel by Ian McEwan, a dark comedy that won the 1998 Booker Prize?
Amsterdam.
Amsterdam is correct. Plenty of time, Bang. Let's see if we can get going on this. Just need a couple of starters, you get on a run. I need the name of a city here. A leading scholar of the Greco-Roman world, the Egyptian Mustafa el-Abadi was a major force behind the construction, completed in 2001, of the institution known as the BA, the revival of a major ancient library in which Eastern Mediterranean port?
Bangor O'Hagan.
Alexandria.
It is Alexandria, yes. Your bonuses then, Bangor, are questions on the 1997 Hong Kong handover. First, the UK's transfer of sovereignty over Hong Kong to China brought an end to 156 years of colonial rule, begun following the First Opium War between Britain and which Chinese dynasty? Please spell your answer.
Qing, Q-I-N-G.
Nominate O'Hagan.
Qing, Q-I-N-G.
Correct, well done. Secondly, Prince Charles represented the UK at the handover ceremony. Who represented China? He was president of China from 1993 to 2003.
Hu Jintao, I think.
Nominate O'Hagan.
Hu Jintao.
No, he was later. It was Jiang Zemin. Finally, the handover enshrined a new constitutional principle for Hong Kong, commonly referred to by what four-word phrase?
I don't know. Is it... I think it's like... No, pass.
4 words. What do you think? Sorry. We'll pass.
It's one country, two systems. Another starter question. What two-digit number results from adding the number of different colours on the flag of Botswana to those on the flag of South Africa, and then multiplying the result by the number of stars on the flag of Panama?
Edinburgh Stafford.
18.
Yes, 3 + 6 × 2. Some bonuses for you then, Edinburgh. 3 questions on abandoned settlements in southern England. First, in which English county is Dunwich, a port that was substantially abandoned during the medieval period because of storms and coast... Suffolk is correct. Second, the village of Tyneham was abandoned in 1943 after being commandeered by the War Office for military use. It is about 5 miles west of Corfe Castle on the Isle of Purbeck, in which English county?
Dorset.
Dorset is correct. Finally, the former settlement of Old Sarum once contained a medieval cathedral and later became known as a rotten borough. It lies close to which modern-day city?
Salisbury.
Salisbury is correct. Picture round now, and for your picture starter, you'll see a painting. For 10 points, name the artist.
Edinburgh Stafford.
Da Vinci.
Yes, it's Leonardo. That was a painting by Leonardo da Vinci depicting John the Baptist. For your bonuses, you'll see 3 more paintings featuring John the Baptist, and I just want you to name the artist in each case. First?
Looks like Caravaggio.
I would say that as well.
Caravaggio.
Correct. Second?
Could be something like Botticelli, maybe. Don't know, though. Any idea?
I don't know.
I could do something like Poussin.
Poussin? Okay. Poussin.
It's Raphael. Finally,
That's El Greco.
El Greco.
El Greco is correct. Now the starter question. What letter of the alphabet can be used to denote all of these? The third type of atomic orbital in chemistry, which has 2 units of angular momentum. The straight line passing through the centre of a circle or sphere.
Edinburgh Utam Shandani.
D.
D is correct. Your bonuses, Edinburgh, are on meringue. The 3 main types of meringue are French, Swiss, and which type of meringue? Made by gradually whisking hot sugar syrup into egg whites.
French. Nice.
Should know it, but I can't remember.
Where makes meringue? Austrian, maybe Viennese.
Italian as well.
Viennese.
It could be Italian.
Italian.
Could be
Italian.
It is Italian, yeah. Second, the dessert île flottante, or floating islands, involves serving poached meringue on top of what?
Is that custard?
Sounds
You can
Could
float
be.
meringue.
Just floating, yeah.
Custard?
Yes, crème anglaise or custard. Finally, a creation claimed by both Australia and New Zealand. What meringue-based dessert is typically served with fruit and whipped cream?
Is that? Ooh. It's not peach melba, is it? Is that type of meringue in it? Was it pavlova? I think so. Ooh. Could be. I don't know. Pavlova.
Pavlova is correct, yeah. Let's start a question. Which jazz pianist and band leader was the subject of the first New York City monument dedicated to a black artist, unveiled in Central Park in 1997, accompanied by a performance of his composition Jack the Bear and his signature tune, Take the A Train?
Edinburgh Handley.
Duke Ellington.
It is Duke Ellington, yeah. Your bonus questions then are 3 questions on glaciers. First, in which landlocked country is the Fedchenko Glacier, the longest in the world outside of polar regions? It's located in the Yazgulan range of the Pamir Mountains.
so Tajikistan.
Tajikistan.
It is Tajikistan. Having an alternative name after Pope Pius XI, the Brugan Glacier is the largest glacier in the southern hemisphere outside of Antarctica. In which country is it located?
Suppose you can try like Chile.
I'm happy with that. Happy, Chile?
Okay.
Chile.
It is Chile. Finally, the Vatna Glacier, literally translating as the Glacier of Lakes, covers approximately 8% of the area of which Nordic country?
Iceland.
Iceland.
It is Iceland. Another starter question. What given name links the 25th and 27th presidents of the United States, inaugurated in 1897 and 1909 respectively, and an uncle of Queen Victoria, the British monarch, nicknamed the same...
Bangor O'Hagan.
William.
William is correct, yes. Your bonuses, Bangor, are questions on names that begin with the same 4 letters. In each case, give the word from the description. First, a northern sky constellation that includes 5 bright stars in which the supernova, sometimes known as Tycho's star, appeared in 1572.
Pass. I don't know.
All pass.
Cassiopeia. Second, the surname of an impressionist painter and printmaker born in Pennsylvania in 1844 and noted for her domestic scenes.
CASS.
Yeah, it was Cass. So, do we? No, I don't know anyone.
Cassandra?
Yeah, sure.
Cassandra?
It's actually Cassatt, as in Mary Cassatt. The surname of the Italian-born French astronomer who discovered Saturn's ring divisions and 4 of its satellites. His name was given to the orbiter launched in
Cassini.
1990. Cassini is correct, yes. Now, start the question. The name of what alcoholic spirit begins words meaning a hoofed animal that chews the cud, an Africa...
Bangor Barnes.
Rum.
Rum is correct. Your bonuses, Bangor, are 3 questions on the ancient Greek philosopher Theophrastus. First, Theophrastus was a peripatetic philosopher who became head of which academy when Aristotle retired in 323 BC?
Is it Lyceum?
Probably, yeah.
Lyceum?
Correct. Theophrastus is noted for pioneering works on what taxonomic kingdom of organisms? In Greek, these studies are known as Periphyton Historia and Periphyton Aition.
Plant?
Correct. Theophrastus wrote a collection of character sketches that inspired impressions of Theophrastus such, the final published work of which novelist, born in Warwickshire in 1819?
Any clue?
I have no clue.
George Eliot?
George Eliot is correct. Now the starter question. In physics, which eponymous law states that the stress applied to any solid is proportional to the strain it produces within the elastic limits for...
Bangor O'Hagan.
Hooke's Law.
It is Hooke's law, yeah. Your bonuses, Bangor, are questions on the 18th century author Lady Mary Wortley Montagu. Lady Mary is chiefly remembered as an early exponent of Orientalist writing through her letters drawing on her experiences in what city, where her husband was ambassador to the Sublime Porte?
Sublime Porte. That's the Ottoman Empire. Istanbul, Constantinople.
Constantinople?
Correct, yes. Among Lady Mary's best-known poems are her 6 town eclogues, urban imitations of the bucolic poetry of which Roman writer?
Virgil. I don't
Virgil?
know.
Correct. Upon her return to Britain, Lady Mary pioneered the practice of inoculation against which disease? Her work would go on to influence Edward Jenner.
Smallpox.
Smallpox.
Smallpox is correct. Now the starter question. In 2009, the Royal Society of Chemistry marked the 40th anniversary of which film with a competition to come up with a solution to its literal cliffhanger ending?
Bangor Cunliffe.
The Italian Job.
It is The Italian Job. 3 questions for you, Bangor, are on plants in the olive family. In the olive family, the genus Fraxinus consists of which trees whose numbers have declined in the UK because of the spread of a fungal dieback disease?
Ash.
Correct. What is the common name of the woody climber with fragrant white flowers which, in China and Japan, along with those of the related tea olive, are dried and used to flavour tea?
Jasmine.
Correct. Synonymous with suburban landscaping, what hardy plant of the genus Ligustrum with dark green leaves is used extensively for garden hedges?
Boxbush.
No, it's a privet. Another starter question. Depicted against a striking background of colourful swirls and spirals, the art critic Félix Fénéon is the subject of an 1890 portrait by which French artist who, along with Seurat, developed pointillism?
Edinburgh Stafford.
Signac.
It is Signac, yes. 3 questions on the city of Arezzo in Tuscany. Arezzo was the birthplace in 1511 of which painter and architect best known for his biographies of Italian Renaissance artists?
Vasari. Yeah.
Vasari.
It is Giorgio Vasari. Housed in a basilica in Arezzo, the Legend of the True Cross is a fresco cycle completed in 1466 by which Tuscan artist, noted for his attention to perspective. His works include the Baptism of Christ in the National Gallery in London.
It's not Giotto, is it?
I think that's a bit early for him.
Yeah.
See some, just go quick.
Try Botticelli.
Botticelli.
No, it's Piero della Francesca. Active in the early 11th century, Guido of Arezzo is noted for developing a technique known as solmization. In what general field of the arts?
Music.
Music.
Music is correct. Another start question now. Alessandro Galenzi's 2022 book, Written in Water, describes the final months of the life of which poet who died in Rome in February 1821?
Edinburgh Huntley.
Keats.
It is Keats. Your bonuses then, Edinburgh, are on Nebraska, often described as the only triply landlocked US state. Travelling due south from Nebraska's capital, Lincoln, it would be necessary to cross Kansas and which other state in order to reach Texas and the Gulf of Mexico?
Oklahoma? Yeah, Oklahoma.
It is Oklahoma. To reach the Pacific coast, travelling west from Nebraska and passing through the fewest states, you would end your journey in either Oregon or Washington, having passed through which 2 states on the way?
Idaho, Wyoming.
With that, happy?
Yes.
Idaho, Wyoming.
Correct. And at the gong, Bangor University have 150 and Edinburgh have 320 points. And that is a phenomenal performance by both of you. Bangor, you had a frustrating lack of questions on biology, I noticed, given that there's 2 biologists. I'm afraid to say you've just fallen short of that magic mark. It means we're not going to see you and your wonderful mascot again. But have you had a good time?
Definitely.
Yeah, great.
Well, you've done the university proud with a wonderful performance. Edinburgh, blimey. I mean, 320. You'd have taken that in advance, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
320 is a phenomenal score. Well done. And I hope you can join us next time for another first round match. But until then, it's goodbye from Bangor University.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
It's goodbye from Edinburgh University.
Goodbye.
Bye.
And it's goodbye from me. Goodbye.